you know. But I guess the other thing I feel is as well, you do a kettlebell workout and it just feels like you've hit completely different muscle fibers. It feels like tendons have been stressed in a good way. Um, your joints have been stressed in a good way. And you just know that your body is, as long as you give it what it needs afterwards, is developing in a different way as well. I don't know if you find that just whether it feels very different from lifting weights or dumbbells, cables, etc.
Yeah, that is so true. Like when I'm very grateful, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that I had a gymnastics background heading into powerlifting, but stopping gymnastics and doing 10 years of powerlifting, what I did notice within my body is, yes, I had a high level of absolute strength and I felt just very, very strong, but my flexibility decreased exponentially. Like I
Mm.
didn't feel as just confident in my body movements, and coming from having this incredible expression of just movement options and positions and strength in these weird angles and lines. And so when I got into kettlebell lifting, for me, it was a beautiful bridge, because I was like, wow, I can get really strong and feel very fit, stronger than even I would want to get on I felt very strong, but I was able to maintain high levels of mobility and flexibility and do the coordination components. So I really enjoyed that aspect of kettlebells, because I really felt like it was a beautiful bridge to where strength can really meet athleticism. A lot of the tools today, not that there's not a time and a place for things like barbells, absolutely.
Mm.
However, if the main goal is to be very athletic, the fact that you're only primarily training, for example, just front to back in the sagittal plane, like in rotation, I felt very vulnerable, super vulnerable. And so whether it's the kettlebell or a tool like the Bulgarian bag, the ability to rotate or train lateral movements, I almost felt like when I was walking, the vision that I have is when I would be jogging or running or doing something, let's say I'm running at the track, when I would start making a cut around a corner, it literally felt, when I was in powerlifting, like my shoes were untied. Like I just didn't feel confident in my footing or my grip. Like I never had that, okay, let's train around a curve. Let's train lateral movement. Let's train rotational movement.
Mm.
And so with the kettlebell, for example, that's just one. Now I just feel so much more rooted and integrated, and everything that you said about the tendons, the ligaments, the nervous system, for me, that nervous system, that is the component connected to skill development. And there's a lot of skill involved in kettlebell training, that if you do it, it will transfer into any sport and activity that you can do. You can take that capability and you can utilize it in anything that you want to do.